All right, guys, there is one build episode left. This is it, and then we're in the finale. So we got some final odds and ends, and as like I promised, we have to build the nipple gun tip to the ion cannon. We got a lot to do this week. We have our Discord moderators coming in to evaluate the MOC. We have some last minute touch-ups and odds and ends we have to add to the MOC. And this is the last time you're gonna see more minifigures be put onto the Hoth MOC. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's huge cinematic finale of the Hoth MOC. Anyways, with that, let's get building. All right, Josh and Target Legend, welcome. This is it. This is your last chance to see the MOC, critique it, let us know if it's good, or maybe we should just scrap the whole thing and not do the finale.
I don't know, this is looking pretty rough.
It's pretty rough.
I'm just kidding. This is amazing. It's stunning. I am blown away. Poor Dak. Dak, no.
I don't think this was the first time we destroyed a Lego piece. And it probably won't be our last, but it's probably the most memorable.
It is definitely memorable. I see a tauntaun there.
Yep.
There's a little destruction there.
A little destruction. And people were like, I couldn't buy a tauntaun like that. I would love a tauntaun and you ruined it. But we have to sacrifice for the MOC.
You gotta do what's right.
Yep. So Josh, what are your first impressions?
Well, what the hell happened to my flames?
Well, it was really popular, but it was too popular. Too many people said that's it. It makes the MOC look too good, so we had to take them out.
Okay.
Again, you have to do what's right.
You have to do what's right for the MOC.
Look at these shield generators. Amazing.
So Legend, you were my inspiration for the ion cannon. What's your appraisal?
You did an amazing job of assembling it. I remember cursing several times assembling this bad boy. It is heavy. Did you use the rubber mallet?
I did. I did. I may not have admitted to it, but I had to. But you were right. So in the video, I kind of lied. I said I used the rubber mallet to attach the four pieces together. No. Once you press these plates down, after a while your hands get sore, and if you don't use the rubber mallet, it doesn't get tight enough and the thing warps, and then it won't fit together.
Yeah.
Now, one thing you did that I did not do, which I really wanted, if I had more time, was to build up a sloping back. Because yours has, and you got the little guy in the, what is the little thing they're in? It's like a viewing tower,
yep,
or a crow's nest.
Little crow's nest.
Yeah.
Yep. I put that in there. That's not in the movie. That's a little you know, poetic license there.
Yeah. Well, it's cool. It was a recreation of Yavin 4. But I really liked how you built up the sides, and I only got to do a little sampling of that. Just ran out of time because, you know, there was like, that's the thing about building a MOC like this. We had to do the weekly grind, week after week. And when I picked the deadline, I'm like, 10 weeks, it's done. Then I was like, oh crap, the heat's on.
Well, you are the only person that has done 80. What are we on? 87, 88 now?
Yeah, 88. It's going to be 89.
89 episodes of building a MOC. There are no MOC builders out there that have done this. There are some out there that have tried, and let's say they didn't complete the task.
They did not complete the task. So Josh, from your point of view, like, you guys both wanted UCS on here. UCS Falcons, UCS Walkers. In fact, that's how I met both of you. You were like, you gotta have UCS on here. Where the heck's UCS? And we tried. You've seen the episodes. Josh graciously lent us his UCS AT-AT and Falcon. And it just, at the end of the day, when we put them on here, they looked nuts. They looked like...
For me, I think you have to build the MOC around the UCS. You can't put a UCS in a MOC without it being already planned to be.
Yes. Yep. And we really started from watching Empire Strikes Back. We looked at Empire Strikes Back and we're like, and Lobricks, we always like to do the scenes, the little scenes, and we wanted every scene from the movie, and we were worried we bit off more than we can chew, but we made it happen. But there are things that are bugging me. The Playscale use AT-ATs, they are a little underwhelming. So someday,
you won't have to change the ATSTs because those are the right size.
Yep, those are perfect.
But just the overall size of an AT-AT compared to the base, they tower over it. They're absolutely enormous.
Yep.
And you gotta have that UCS AT-AT someday.
You'd almost have to double the scale of Echo Base.
Yeah. Yep. And I know, Josh, you wanted the Falcon, so if in the future I can extend this 3 feet, you got to have a Falcon, and I got to have the UCS AT-ATs.
If you could extend it 3 feet this way, definitely, because you can kind of wall it off and make it its own thing, not just the play scale AT-ATs.
Yep. And one thing I realized, if I have the UCS Falcon, I can't not have the AT-ATs. But this is probably my I do have a UCS thing. It's hanging up there, and everybody has said that's gonna fall. So we got one more week. One more week is if it just holds up there with 2 pieces of fishing line that assistant put in. That's all we care. And I don't have. We have a camera mount up there, so you guys will remember. I used to have a webcam running. Just in case it fell, I'm like, gotta get it on camera. If it falls and takes out Echo Base, I don't think it would though, because the plates are so flimsy. I think it would fall apart, but it would do some serious damage.
It would do some serious damage, yeah.
All right, now that we got the feedback of the Discord moderators, we're gonna get to the build section of the video. And I brought Target Legend here today for a specific reason. I have no idea how to build the nipple gun part of the ion cannon. And where I got that from was from Family Guy. They called it the boob nipple gun. So I just call that the nipple part of the boob nipple gun. So Target Legend's gonna help me build this. So let's get building. So Legend, is it coming back to you? You built one of these before.
Yeah, I mean it's coming. I built this just randomly one day. I was home from work and I'm like, I'm gonna build an ion cannon.
So it was totally from scratch. This isn't rebrickable.
This was not rebrickable. This was my own design. So this is close to what I have.
So it'll be one of a kind?
One of a kind.
One of a kind.
Like the MOC.
Yep.
One of a kind.
It's gonna be a little bit different, but that is going to be good.
Yep.
All right, so here we go. This is our finished nipple gun. And we're just gonna attach it with a hinge plate. So we're just gonna put the hinge plate on there. Voila.
Voila! The boob nipple gun is complete. The ion cannon. Yes, it's shooting into space. Is there any additional details? I noticed you put some gray pieces and stuff. I'm gonna try to do that this week, and some of them are hinged. Now, is it like almost like a little door that this thing opens? And
so if you look, there's not a ton of pictures of the ion cannon, but if you look at the source material, there's actually 4 doors that swivel closed. So I have the 4 doors on there, and then I just added a little bit of light gray here and there, maybe a speck of dark gray, just to show texture, just to show.
Right.
Because the reason why it's white is because it's covered in snow.
Yes.
But there are pieces of metal that are clearly visible. So,
yeah, it's almost like that's where the snow didn't cover it.
Yeah, and then I used darker gray and black near the aperture to look like it's 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 been.
Oh yeah, that it extended out.
It's been extended out of the.
Yeah, that looks so cool. I love it. So I am going to add some additional details on, which we're going to do next. But this was the last kind of official build piece, and it's a little sad because that's the last real piece of the Hoth MOC, which I guess means it's finale ready. So that's my last question for the Discord moderators. Is it finale ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. No last minute details, no last minute fixes. Any recommendations?
Now we've discussed the recommendations, but this is stunning. This is stunning.
Josh?
Do it again, but bigger.
I need a football field. Yep. All right, normally at this time we would say the building is done, but the building's not done, and Target Legend's got places to be like Boston and whatnot. So we're gonna let him put down his minifigures, and then Assistant is just gonna do the final pass of the MOC, final tweaks, all that stuff, because he's still got stuff he's gotta do. So, Legend, take it away.
All right. So we have a Rebel Cannon sled with Major Bren Derlin.
Now, is Bren Derlin the mustachio? Does he have a mustache?
He does have a mustache.
Ah, okay. We call him Mustachio.
He is Mustachio.
Mustachio. So you get the honors. You can place it wherever you'd like, in or out of the base. I love it. Taking out the ATSD. Here he is. Take him out. Take that little bastard down.
And here we have Brigadier General Navarre, who piloted AT-AT Blizzard 2, the one that exploded.
Oh, so we actually left. I think it's another. Who's that? Who's that guy? That is the. I can't remember his name.
General Veers.
Yeah. General Veers. Yep. Here we'll have him. Whoop, upside down, escaping the AT-AT screaming in pain.
What?
So he survives Hoth, but what happened? What's his name again?
This is Brigadier General Navarre.
Navarre.
And
okay.
he managed to get his walker destroyed. And he survives the battle, and then he is executed by Lord Vader.
Great shot, Jansen.
Poor guy. And he had burn wounds when probably Vader killed him. Well, so, you know, not very forgiving, Vader.
Moment of silence for
Moment of silence. Now that Target Legend has put his minifigures on the board, we appreciate that, Legend. It is time for our tweaks. So first things first, I'm going to be adding some detail onto the ion cannon, just like we discussed earlier. Going to be adding some doors onto here and some sprinkles of gray, just to give it a little texture. All right, so I'm going to want to put the doors in a spiral pattern. And it's supposed to like spiral open, so we have to offset these a bit. It's going to face this direction, like this. Now we're going to do the same right here. I think that looks pretty good. Now I need one more in this corner. There. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of decoration here and there. Like Legend said, some sporadic gray pieces. Give a little texture. Fill in with some white as well. And that ought to do it. All right, now that that is complete, I'm gonna turn it over to Assistant so he can finish off the front of the mountain.
Alright, so this isn't going to be the most complicated procedure in the world. I'm pretty much just going to be adding little slope pieces along the edge there, one at a time. Alright, so that's what I got going there. So I'm just going to continue that on down the path. And we do actually have a bigger kind of patch to work with down here, as you can see. So I'm going to put up probably a little bit of built texture there just to increase the mountain a little bit. And then there's, of course, I just see some bigger areas. So I'll have more area to work with than just a single line. But anyway, let's get that little last line of the mountain greebled up.
Greeble, greeble.
All right, there we have it. I just finished putting that mountain edge along the top of the mountain. And I gotta say, it looks pretty good. I didn't really realize that without that mountain lip here. It was kind of making the mountain look a little bit flat and dull. So now when we actually take a step back and take a look at the full mountain, you can see that with those little peaks, it's really wrapping the whole MOC together. And speaking of which, now that we're done with that, we actually can start working on, but if we go over here, we could work on, and we could actually start working on, wait a minute, let me go get the plan. Oh no, this can't be right. This only happened once before. And then that. Wait a minute, oh my God, it's done. I don't know what to say. I can't believe it. It's done. It's done. Well, I mean, I guess there's only one last thing to do. We're gonna have to place the minifigures down for the very last time. All right, so here are our figures. I decided to add in one last battle pack of Rebel Troopers just to kind of help out Target Legends minifigures that he added. So I'm gonna add them in over here. And then Leaky actually decided to add in 2 snow troopers who are going to be doing something pretty cool. So I don't know what you want to explain that, Leaky.
Sure, well, in the Discord, you could join Lobricks Discord, by the way, it wouldn't kill you. There's a guy by the name of Freaky Bob that said, pretty please, 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 would you have 2 guys doing a snowball fight? So we were gonna have a snow trooper having a snowball fight with a rebel trooper.
With a rebel trooper?
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
And the snow trooper is going to throw a snowball and hit the rebel guy right in the face.
And then we're also going to add a scout trooper back by our group. So let's get these guys placed down. So first and foremost, I'm going to add in the scout trooper back here with his cronies. And then I'm also going to add in an additional snow trooper on patrol in the invasion, just so we have more forces walking up towards the invasion, just to kind of fill out our last couple of groups there. All right, so I just placed down these rebel troopers here alongside Target Legends figures, just to make sure that they're not going in alone and they have proper support. And of course, Leaky is going to add in a mischievous snowball fight. So let's see how that looks. And it looks like the Empire has struck another heavy blow on the Rebels. And with that minifigure, that is the very last minifigure ever placed on the Hoth MOC. Yep, you just saw it. It was that one right there. And with that figure, that means that we've placed 221 minifigures on this MOC. A great majority of those have to be Rebel Troopers. Man, that's a lot of minifigures.
It's a lot. It's a lot of system.
Well, now it's 220. That pretty much does it for this MOC. I mean, we're done. There's nothing else to do. All the lights are installed. All of the figures are placed. And I promised it'd be chaotic. I mean, look at how many figures are walking around Echo Base here. There is so much going on. And of course, you'll be able to see it all in the cinematic finale, which is not going to be coming out on Friday. It will be coming out on Saturday. So stay tuned for that. It's definitely going to be a really special video for us because you'll get to see the entirety of the Lobricks Hoth MOC displayed in beautiful cinematic glory. So I mean, that's pretty much it.
So, Assistant, is there anything else we need to do? Is this it? We're done?
I mean,
no more tweaks, no more odds, no more ends?
I'm sure you could keep building it for eons. But unlike most Hoth LEGO series, this one's actually coming to an end. And yes, it's finished, it's done.
It's done!
So, that's probably going to do it for this week's episode. But I do appreciate you guys sticking around and watching us build this epic Hoth MOC. And make sure that you watch that next one. If you're gonna watch any of them, it's gotta be that one. But anyway, guys, we will see ya in the next one.